And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Flooded Garden Live. And it rained all night and this morning, so we were not able to do the regular stream that we usually do. But here we are with the Claude of the Flooded Garden. There. Let's see. So, yeah, he is chilling. He's been patrolling the garden. Let's see. Okay, and he goes that way. Alright, so hello, everyone. This is the Flooded Garden because of the rain that happened. And right here we have, the usual flowers we see, but they're on their side right now. Morning, Aaron. Hello, Lori. Yeah, it is all flooded here. I hope everybody's having a good morning. All right. So, yeah, we have all this that is. Looks like a snake right there, but it isn't a snake. That looks like one, but it isn't. Yeah. So this is what happens usually when it rains. It'll have these. It'll turn into a swamp, pretty much. Now the plants got to have nice water, though, of course. Yeah, those are 2 tomatoes. Yeah, it poured the entire night. We weren't able to do our usual garden live. So, yeah. Now, one good thing is it's good for the plants because they're able to get their, you know, lots of water. And yeah, better than a drought, definitely. Yeah, those are some vegetables growing. They are growing well. And I'm going to add some more plants here. And it's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool right now. It's around. It's much cooler than it usually is. It's like around 50 degrees. I'm gonna plant some stuff here. All right, so because it's kind of cooler weather, so I can plant some other things than I thought I could do before. Also gonna plant some things over here. Yeah, because a drought, when a drought happens, this whole area is completely, there's nothing growing. It's all dead. So yeah, it's good for the plants. Now the thing with beans is drought resistant. This is the Jurassic Park type area, right? And walking through here, said nice greenery. Yeah. So usually when these things happen, it will cause sometimes sometimes the yard to be inaccessible, and other times it is accessible because there's parts like where I would when I was little the when I was like a teenager, when I was at school, the playgrounds would turn into like ponds because that's what happens. It rains so much it makes it into like a pond. So this region is more uphill, and it looks like it usually does, but more wet. Now these little flowers are closed right now; they're not open like they usually are. But yeah, going further this way, it will. It's very windy, very windy. Yeah, it lasted since last night all the way till now. So now what happens in these situations is when it gets sunny again, it will certainly cause. Hello, Dan. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, yeah, and the thing is that this is like kind of like marshland, looking. It's like what it is. It's marshland looking, and that part right there. And when the sun comes back, though, that's when everything starts growing like wildfire because that's how it works. It starts, like this, and then the sun comes back and everything is bigger. Oh, it is certainly a primrose soup because all the petals are falling into there. It actually has calmed down. It was actually much higher before. And right here is some more other plants that are growing here, which are the things I put there. Okay, and yeah, this is a pathway that I usually use to walk and show you all different parts of the garden. But then again, it is just a little bit submerged. Now, all the other areas are fine, though. Okay, so going uphill this way. Yeah, it is. One thing about this is that it usually can be very. It has not been very hot recently. No, it will not take long. That's the good news. That's the good news. I mean, look at this. It's practically nearly dried up now. It's not even an inch deep. But earlier, it was all messed up. Yeah, it was all messed up. Yeah, especially over there, it'll get flooded. And the boxes are usually for cats to sit on. They like sitting on them. So yeah, it's not really that bad. And it'll dry up. But yeah, sometimes it can get really overflooded. Yeah. I had some successful root plants that I harvested recently from over here, over that way where that flower is, and that was pretty that was good. And as I said, I really didn't think it was going to get this cold, this cool. I didn't really think that was going to happen, but it is what it is. It doesn't bother me. And we're getting very spring showers, but it's better than snow. Everything is getting green, so I'm not mad. Oh, well, I am happy to hear that you're going to have snow. I mean, you're not going to have any more snow. And you're going to have green and spring showers because it's really messed up when it snows too much and all you see is white. Yeah, so at least it's not, snowing. Now it snows, as I said, it's very rare, but it snows here too, and yeah, it just looks like a complete blanket, this whole area. So it doesn't destroy the plants though. Oh, okay. Okay, nice. Nice. Now I did see a picture you did recently post, and I did like it. And I definitely like to see the view you have of nature and a different wildlife that you see there. It's very, very nice. Over here, there's not as much wildlife, but lots of nature. And those are the wind chimes here. Yeah, I think it is cool to see deer and stuff like that walking around. That was more like it was in Mississippi, like north of me, a little bit north of where I am. They would have things like that up there. They would have a lot of people. There would be these like deer signs they used to have on trees about deer areas. But yeah, the wind chimes definitely add enchantment to it. So there is a lot of. Oh yeah, okay, going this way. Then I'll talk. A lot of times there are big deer in some areas that'll be seen, and some areas won't have them at all. But one thing I don't have here is moose. That's something that is not here. So I don't know if you have moose up there in your specific region, but yeah, those can be pretty fierce from what I have heard. Yeah. So yeah, these are just a bunch of different weeds and herbal plants that are just growing wild. Like this is kind of like wheat. but I don't know really what it is exactly. Oh, okay. There's none on your island. Okay. Okay, and then you have wheat. It's not wheat, but it looks like wheat to me. Right. It's some sort of swamp grass, I suppose. Yeah. This is just like a decorative. I don't eat it or anything, but it's just nice and decorative. Yeah, and that's something nice to walk into at nighttime, and you just feel something weird, and you see that there. Now, the a bird that we have here that's really exotic is the owl, and that bird is very nice, but it's also mysterious too because it can turn its head all the way around, and it just kind of talks at odd hours also. But I like owls; they're pretty cool. Okay, Aaron, thank you. Have a nice day. Oh, it's gonna be hot for y'all over there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Lori, do you see owls where you are often? Like in where you walk around in the woods out of curiosity? Because that's what we have here a lot of times, besides the other birds you hear. I would have went live earlier, but there was just, you know, we couldn't really do it because it got rained out. Only occasionally. I think they could add a haunting hoot that it's like peaceful but mysterious. It's like real faint echoes. Yeah, and whenever we hear owls on the stream, that'd be pretty cool. And now it looks like it is going down. It looks like it's going down. The flooding. Now, Lori, do you know of like what bird you see that is the most um has a strange call to it that's different? If you could think of just one, because I don't know. There's like birds I think are regular, and other birds that I think are kind of like different. So you have that. And Lori, so I hear them sometimes, and I hoot back by making my hands into a cup and blowing air between my thumbs. Oh, that's really cool that you know how to do that. I know that there is these different whistles that are used for hunting. You could call ducks and stuff. So you're able to make the noises with your mouth is pretty nice. Nice, because I've heard of that before, of something like that. Yeah, very cool. Oh, thank you. The killdeer, the the killdeer. Okay, nice. Yeah, because the thing here now, there's also hawks and stuff, but the hawks, you know, and the owls are the ones I think are pretty interesting. But the rest are just like regular birds. Now the cardinals are really nice. Yeah, blue jays are obnoxious. I do agree. Blue jays can be the most obnoxious ones at all of all because they can just totally just start yapping for like hours and just minutes feel like hours and it doesn't end. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what this thing is exactly. Oh, in Phoenix. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure she really liked to see them. Yeah, you see this? I don't know what it is, but it's something. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Claude sighting right when I the first part of the live, but he went into his other area. Okay. And let's see over here this way. Over there is a place I like to go under the palm tree. I've not been there in a long time. Oh, okay, Just. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the stream. Okay, yeah, so that was a cool hangout I like to go into. Oh, yes, boss, you too. Thank you. Have a happy Saturday to you as well. All right, so yes, as I said, that's the palm tree, and let's see this way. We've not been here in a while. Let's try to see if we can go back here. I've been back here maybe in a year or two. All right, and oh yes, Oman, we're in forest. I'm exploring the Rum Rum Runners Woods. That's where I am right now. Okay, I've made it. It's been a while since I've been here. Okay, and you see everything from a different angle. Oh, and right there, you see down there, you see there's water there. Look, yeah, it's high with water, and down there there's crawfish, or what y'all would call crayfish, or crawdads, or mud bugs. Mike, it is in Timu Road in Swashbucklers County. Let's see, this probably doesn't even open. Yeah, it does not open. It's sealed, but yeah, and there's crawfish, and as I said, it's completely submerged in water. That's up close to the palm tree. Scared. All right, so yeah, yeah, oh yeah, boss. They just walk around freely. Yeah, and they're right in this area. They're right like in this area. They usually come out here. All that water. It opened it up and it put like a net in there. Probably could catch some. But yeah, they definitely have their mounds. They'll have like the little volcanoes they grow. I mean, they build, and they would be around here. Yeah, definitely. I'm a couple of miles away from it. Not far. Yes, absolutely. That's why it's all flooded. It's all marshland. Maybe if I hover over it, y'all could see it more. That is where I used to dig for clay, and I used to dig and I'd find different, bottles and stuff people buried here hundreds of years ago, and it's just an abandoned mine where there's like crawfish in and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's so funny. It's like say like right here, right? You'll see a crawfish or a crawdad just walk. Good morning, Nan. Welcome. It poured the entire night. It was I couldn't do the garden life, and that's right under the palm tree. I haven't been here in a very long time, and right here is where we have some water, like a body of water, and that's where some crawfish usually dwell into. And sometimes they walk around here. It's pretty cool. Now, right there is poison ivy. That's poison ivy right there, for sure. Everybody tells you poison ivy. That's where it is, right there. Okay, and then there's these. So yeah, I used to go hang out around here and talk on the phone about aliens and stuff, but now I'm here on YouTube. So now, as I said, there we go. That's under the palm tree. Let's go a little bit deeper into it. Oh, hilarious frog. That's very funny. Well, welcome to the stream, frog. And it is nice to see you. Hope you have a good Saturday. Scared. Thank you for leaving that to us, and have the rest of a good day. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Now we could go over this direction. Scared. Here we go. Some zigzags. We're back on the main trail, sort of. Okay. My way this way. Hello, Sage. Good to see you, buddy. I have not come across any reptiles yet. Everything else is hiding from the rain. Hello, One Love. Yes, I have covered the missing scientists, and what happened with the missing scientists is that there's a possibility they may be working on something at Area 51. At Area 51, there's been at least 17 to 21 earthquakes already by Area 51, right there at Area 51. So it is possible that they're doing an experiment there about something, or maybe they're doing something with alien tech. So that is certainly what I think is that's possible that the missing scientists appreciate you too. The missing scientists could be working on a project. It is possible that they are doing something with the materials of from Earth or from another planet. Like they may be doing things. Oh, hello, Amy. Great to see you. So that is what could be going on here. That with the missing scientists, many of them are missing in China and missing over in the United States. They are free energy because there's antimatter, that's used for lots of explosives. It could be used to blow up the planet pretty much. And there's anti-gravity that can be used for energy propulsion signals that would be able to fix the world and make it a better place and give us all kinds of free energy and stuff like that. But the people in charge don't want us to have that. So they want to give us some energy that is not free so they can make more money off of it. Yeah. So just the headlines are at Area 51, there's been 17 to 21 earthquakes right on Area 51. There are theories that the scientists that are missing are working on something over there, and they're either using human tech that's new, or they're going to be are using alien tech and doing some sort of experiment there. So that is the theories about Area 51. There's earthquakes going on over there. People don't know what's going on exactly. So, you know, the aliens have all kinds of technology that needs to be shown to the public because it could certainly solve a lot of problems. Yet, if we are doing experiments, oh no, frog, it's not that. This is a type of uh, rag plant. It was used by ancient people for herbs and bread and making bread and stuff. It's not what you think. It looks like it, but it's not the same thing. No. Hello, Joseph. Glad to have you. Yeah. So, head breaking news is that Area 51 has multiple earthquakes happening. About 17 to 21. Scientists are going missing without any kind of knowledge or trace of what would happen to them. Oh, hello, Circle. I'd like to know the future that you have for us. Oh, yeah, but as I said, I mean, this could be. Oh, thank you, One Love. We appreciate that. Salute to you, too. At ease. And right here, it is smoke up. Yeah, and chill. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, these are some alleged berry plants. I've not really seen what they make yet for certain, but we'll see what they do. Yeah. Yeah. Scared. Thanks, Amy. Yeah. So it is much cooler than I thought it was, and that's interesting. It's usually not this cool around this time of year. But anyway, I added some spots to put some plants. Oh, hello, Jojo. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. And we're going to put some more plants that do well in this kind of weather, which is pretty nice. They like to sprout in this type of weather. Yeah, frog, it's hilarious. And right here is these are the primroses, but they're flattened by the rain. And we see Frog in these woods. He's lurking somewhere around there, right? Yeah, a frog is in there. Crikey. The frog is lurking in there with his thong. Right? Hello, Double. Great to see you. There's a channel called Ancient Alien Cravings Incredible Found Artifacts. Oh, okay, good. Because I do believe that there's a lot of alien artifacts that need to be found. And I'm glad other people are talking about it. Oh, One Love says, did you see where Iran destroyed one of the satellites and now raining there after 6 months? Oh, okay. Well, you see, that's what we were talking about last night about the weather being controlled by these machines that they have, like HARP machines. So maybe they broke something or caused something to cause rains to happen over there. Or if it's not over there, wherever the rain's happening. So, yeah, I definitely think that may be a cause of it from them doing away with the satellite. Yeah. Yeah, these things are coming out. I tell you, I don't really know what they are exactly, but it's some sort of swamp grass of some sort. But yeah, so there is, I'm sure that is probably a cause, in my opinion, for what is being seen. I will say about these plants is that they're good at making a hedge. It's a good hedge. Okay. And yeah, you see, and the thing here is that energy propulsion weapons can send frequency shockwaves in all kinds of areas. And that is what is going to cause the. It could hypothetically cause alleged mind control. It could cause things, the weather, and now earthquakes in Area 51. So, yeah, we'll find out more and talk about it on the show as we learn more information. But we will. But that is what's going on for now. Yeah. Okay. And okay. And Circle says I'm from the year 2029. No, he's from the year 20. Okay, I said I skimmed over that. I didn't look at it closely. I'm gonna read it again. Okay, he's from the year 92, 2092 to be exact, where most of the populace has become digital, and the people that I haven't are the size of thumbs. In order to use the resources, smaller carbon footprints. Oh, yeah, I would assume, in my opinion, around that year, there are. It makes sense for my hypothesis from the time period you come from that it's going to be like that, and everything's going to just be completely controlled by digital AI, pretty much at that point. Very interesting. Interesting. So, do you think this time period was more? Uh, it was better without all the AI digital stuff taking over, or was it helpful? Do you think, Circle? And One Love says, "What I type can easily be verified with a search. You're interested at those have doubts." Yes. All right. And it says there is such thing as satellite warfare and way of using telemetry positioning to get them to crash into each other, but that's more of an attack on another's intel, nothing to do with weather. Okay, there's something called cloud seeding. I don't know if you've heard of it, but there's with chemtrails, people can do cloud seeding, and they can completely do things with weather that you can't even that we can't even fathom, because they're able to make it rain in certain places or not rain. They could do pretty much quite a few things with weather. So there's a theory with cloud seeding and with HARP, they could send electrical impulses to cause things to happen with weather, apparently. But I know about the cloud seeding thing is pretty much, in my opinion, confirmed. Yes. Now HARP is something newer that they could use electrical impulses to do things with the storms, stuff like that. Hey, here's a high seas sun right here. It's like the sun is there, but it's in the darkness. Scared. So we have light coming through. Scared. It's kind of like in the high seas, and you see like a sun right there, but it's not really a sun. It looks like an eye opening. That's what it almost looks like. Thank you, Fed Up. Definitely appreciate it. He says, look at the story of the Hatfield Rainmaker. Gotcha. All right. So we have the sun coming through, and as I said, it is quite chilly. Quite chilly. But it's going to be interesting morning, though. Okay, nice. As I said, I did not go live last night because of the rain. I would have if it wasn't raining so hard. Okay. Chemtrails poisoning our air. Oh, I definitely agree. RX, it is poisoning our air, and they're dumping all kinds of aluminum and stupid things in it. Yeah. Okay, I will. I will. Story of Candid Island. Okay. Yeah, I mean, and shout out to all of you being here, because y'all will say things I never even heard of. That's why I think that the teamwork is extremely, essential. Appreciate it. And it is, there's so many rabbit holes that people are discovering that have not been mentioned before. It is. There's so much more to unearth. As I said, there's two different conspiracies that I have developed. So as I said, my newer. Some of you have heard me say this a million times, but a conspiracy theory about the moon is that the moon. They went to the moon, but there's alien technology there, an alien base or something like that. They didn't want people to see, so they made a fake alien video. That is a hypothetical. Another one is that the gray aliens are in some other dimension or some other part of a ship, mothership, and yeah, it's very eerie, Grace. Yes, and all the grays are is projected consciousness into an avatar, so that's why they can keep dying, and their spaceships keep crashing and keep coming back. And they all look the same. So it's it's like like a disposable body. So that's another. So those are two that I have kind of hypothesized. No DP, they don't. Right. Chemicals used in cloud seeding are now in our soil. Look up what's doing to our plants. Yeah, the plants that I have here do things to the soil to cleanse it, to make it better. And the soil was okay. The soil here that I have was used a very long. Well, it was a swamp, right? At some point, and it's another point. The soil here was used for crops and stuff 200 years ago, and then it went completely vacant, and then it just became like a suburb. So the soil I have has a head start. Well, that's good. Your plants look normal. Some areas, though, some regions are having problems. Not you and me, DP, but others are having some problems with it, and they affect people in all kinds of different ways, and the planet in different ways. But thank you for your feedback about that, though. The national survey about what these chemtrails are doing or not doing to people is needs to be noted. Hey, Tribal, it's great to see you, man. Today we had a chemtrail catastrophe of a flooded garden. That's what happened. So it's very cool weather that I'm very perplexed about. I'm not cool weather like this in this time of year is strange, but you know, it's time to plant some more fall plants, though that could be grown. Yeah. So, but I'll tell you this, Tribal. There's been 17 to 21 earthquakes in Area 51, and they might be doing experiments there or something with alien tech. A possible explanation is maybe that's where all the scientists are. So that's another thing that I want to bring up too. So that's all of that alien news I have for you exactly, and that we're still waiting for the alien disclosure to be dropped. Oh yeah, Tribal. So over there one time at night, I saw a blue orb rise up into the sky, and it was very strange looking, and it looked like a star, and it kept on going up and up, and then it disappeared. And in the back this way, sometimes beyond that palm tree, I'll see a white thing flash and blink. Okay, Ty, I sure will. I'll be honored to. Okay, so this is the thing about reptiles being from aliens. So reptiles that we see crawling on the ground and reptiles, the reptilian aliens, could be related, but somewhat of idiosyncratic or unique origins. So there are these two theories. One is that they are Surfium, or a type of angel that fell, that has a reptilian type of anatomy to it. Another thing would be that it's a draconic constellation, so they're aliens from another planet. So we'll start off with the Surfium. So there's a theory about the Surfium, which is a fallen entity, a fallen angels, and they created hybrids on the Earth, and they put their own DNA inside some everything on the Earth, right? And then you had some miniature versions of them that came here, that were put here also, and they exist in these other dimensions, and they absorb negative energy from humans. And a lot of these elites and these occultic things like Epstein, stuff like that, were somehow linked to these dark entities. The other theory is that they're aliens from another planet that are, wanting to feed off of us. So they're called the Draconic constellation, right? And they came here through another dimension or a portal or a black hole or something, and they wanted to plunder the Earth and its resources. Look at all these trees, look at all these wood, and look at all these plants, right? They want to plunder it and the minerals here. And they want to also absorb the people too. And you might go, alien, you should be a science fiction writer. Maybe I should be. But hear me out. There are gods that existed that were reptilian. And yes, one love, when billionaires start building bunkers, ballrooms, it's time to pay attention. Yes. Yes. And that is the explanation about the reptilians, because there's gods and things that existed that had those, you know, characteristics. Now, with the elite, there's billionaires right now all over the world that are building bunkers. Peter Thiel is over in the Pacific, in around Australia and New Zealand area. All those are two different islands, but he's in that region, and to get away from society, right? If something bad happens. And why are they building underground bunkers? These reptilian aliens, these demonic type entities, want to cause havoc on the earth, and there's going to be allegedly, from my Christian interpretation, there's going to be a apocalypse one day, and I believe there's going to be an order that's going to be new in this world, and they're trying to get away from it. And if there's going to be some disaster of some kind, they are going to be safe while everybody else isn't. So everybody needs to be paying attention to all of the elites that are building bunkers in Hawaii and all these different places. What are they trying to hide from? I wonder myself. So, and no one should ever be distracted. We should look at all things. We should look at the billionaires that are building bunkers. We should be, acknowledging the Epstein files and that nobody's being held accountable for it. We should be also curious about these aliens that have been hiding for centuries and decades, and now they're coming out with them as being true. There's a point where we the people, had enough, and they have to release the truth. So we have to be mindful about their interest in self-preservation. They have a very strong survivalist instinct. All right, just like lizards. And you can even say, and I'll even say this for those around the chat, I'm like, alien, must be smoking something. You could think of the lizard alien as another thing. Think of it also as something metaphorical. When you have a metaphorical concept of the alien, that these reptilian aliens, right, that have no emotion, that seem like robots, these reptilians have self-preservation, they're impulsive, and they're sneaky, and just like how these billionaires act. So even from a metaphorical standpoint, these things live up to what they were talking about. Okay? So that is something important that I think is good for people to understand is that metaphorically they're like reptilians. Also, anybody that's having creepy rituals and doing weird things is is not a human. So metaphorically, spiritually, literally, they are certainly there. Oh, hello, my friend Zumi. Great to have you. All right, One Love says, interestingly enough, the ballroom has the same exact 100% measurements as Israeli underground bunker. Look up also who was hired to continue the build. Ah, got you. Okay. So that is that's very interesting. There must be a parallel the way that they're building those bunkers, how they do it over there. So that must mean that the same people might be building them, or they might be in cahoots with each other. And I wonder why they're building bunkers too. There are lots of wars going on. There is a concerning thing about wars happening in the Middle East, and I wonder what exactly they know what we don't know about what's going on. Yeah. Oh, hello there, Saw Girl. Yeah, yeah, exactly. The Jewish people have nothing to do with reptiles. Any race of person can be one of those things, spiritually or biologically. Yeah. I have a problem with governments and foreign countries that may be taking advantage of us in organizations, not specific groups of people specifically, like a person down the street. No, as people that are in organizations that are running governments that are taking advantage of us and that are part of these occults. That is who I have a problem with. So people could go and strawman things that I say and mess up things that I say, but I have to state the facts what I mean. All right. So I've heard. Good morning, Saw Girl. I've heard from MIB that Queen was reptilian. Yeah, Joseph, and I have heard that as well. I'll get to that in a moment. And do you think that we live in a simulation controlled by five-dimensional beings who experimenting three-dimensional beings? Yes, Joshua. Yes. The Dame person rebuild the Freedom Tower, formerly Trade Tower. Oh, okay. They built that too. Okay, thank you, One Love. Appreciate it. Have new info on humanity's choice is the way we choose a for Earth resist another universe timeline. Okay. And oh yeah, they're definitely not related anyway. Just coincidence that the same people pushing lizard conspiracies are anti-Semitic. I'm not against anybody. You're slandering me. You know, I'm not at all. I'm not against anybody. You need to stop projecting your anti-Semitism on everybody else. And anybody, I will hypothetically say, anybody that criticizes other countries or organizations isn't anti-Semitic either. You know, Jews can be very cool people. Everybody can, but every group has their good and bad people in it. Everybody does. Like, the Italians had the mafia, right? So it doesn't mean everybody that's against the mafia is against Italians. So no, you are with me. Yeah, as I said, okay? Because as I said, I'm not tolerating nonsense. You're welcome to talk about our opinions, but I'm not tolerating nonsense. Shout out to Saw Girl. See Saw Girl last night. We got rained out and weren't able to continue our, you know, nighttime garden adventure. I think it's a content creator is pretty tolerant and patient with variety of viewpoints. Yeah. No, Lori, he's being serious. Yeah. He's being serious. And right, it's not anti-Semitic. It doesn't have to be. And as I said, people have a right to freedom of speech or whatever they want to believe. It's a free country. People have a right to be whatever they want. All right? Doesn't bother me one way or another. All right? But as I said, people have a right to be against or for anybody they want to be as long as they don't hurt anybody. It's a free country. You know? And, all right. So I was wondering why you weren't on. So glad it's beautiful. I love. Oh my God! Look at the water, boy. Did you get rain? Oh, I got a pouring rain. I got pouring rain. It almost looks like a heart right there. You're welcome, Grace. The Earth will come and end 2027, 2028 later, and humans will split the three different timelines. One AI take over through vaccines, and they will say the cure for all. Ah, okay. They're going to do that then. I got you. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah, hilarious, Lori. Hilarious. So, that is what we do here. Yeah, look at the plants in the daytime. Look very nice. Yeah, but anyway, the reptilian aliens are no, yeah, vax free. The reptilian aliens are extremely nefarious, and they have spiritual control over people on the earth. Also, now, and these are four leaf clovers. Right here. Yeah, and for instance, there is over in Epstein's place. There was this, temple there. It's it is believed he was there is occultic rituals to beings that exist that they were appeasing. So these fallen entities, these interdimensional watchers, were drawing energy from the evil actions of what those people were doing. Right. And see, and Epstein and his cronies and the people that were following him from all walks of life, they were from from everywhere. But yeah, I do think if there's any foreign countries that trying to take advantage of us, it's not good. Or any organizations that may not have our best interest, we have to do what we can for our own people. Yeah. So anyway, viruses didn't even exist until Brandon woke scientists started claiming they do. Well, viruses didn't even exist until viruses have existed for a very long time, but they were using the vaccine. There's the sun. They're using the vaccine thing as a form of control. Yeah, Amy, it's a little creek that was created last night. Yeah, so they use it for a form of control. Yeah. And let's see, Saul says, I refuse to get the vax and was good reason for them to inject us with track. Yep, exactly. Oh, thanks. Thanks. We need injection trackers. It's not like you. I'm getting coffee ready to take morning walk. All of the tree flowers bloom, make the air so sweet, especially the morning. Oh, Lori, I'm sure it's like Snow White. It's very, very enchanting. Clearly, we need to inject trackers. It's not like you carry a phone that can be tracked willingly. Cap, that is a in Cap. I mean, you don't. I understand you believe every conspiracy theory you hear. Okay, and you may be a little bit gullible, but that's okay. I mean, no one's perfect, okay? So the thing is, it's a very good point about the trackers in the phone. But there's if you have something directly injected in your body, who knows what it can do? And maybe it could be linked with the phone, right? So that is what I think is a factor. Is it can certainly cause a problem, especially if they want to put some sort of a device in you that controls your brain through your hand that's injected into you. So, right. But that's a very, good point. I appreciate it. I don't even know what that disease is. Viruses hijack or RNA prograde themselves. Yep. If you look at the virus microscopically, it looks like a tiny Timu robot or an alien craft. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, Amy. The government laughed at us when we sheep and stayed indoors. Oh, they laughed at us hysterically because there are so many elites and so many billionaires and politicians that went out and did whatever they want to do while people couldn't bury their loved ones. It was real stupid. It was stupid what they were trying to do with us. And I refused the jab filled a religious exam, and I'm taking. Well, I'm glad that you were blessed that the laws of karma and nature blessed you with, and I believe God blessed you with getting out of that. Soon as the jab cures all diseases, please avoid getting it as it's the alien grays reptilians nanotechnology. Yeah, yeah. Right, but chat, it's like look at that. It's like wow. I'm gonna feed everybody in chat with this. Scared. I gotta look again. Let's look at that chat. Real close. That's a tomato plant. Up close. Okay, and Cap says another ingenious statement to what he said. Okay, actually, I debunk conspiracy theories, and I think you're hilarious because you believe anything without a lick of research, which begs the question: how much do you actually care? I mean, look, if as I said, you could believe everything you want to believe. Okay, you blindly believe everything you hear. That's your business, and you believe everything without doing a lick of research. And it begs the question about all the different diseases you have in your body. I get it. All right. If you have brain eating amoebas, that's your problem, not mine. Okay. But you had entitled to your opinion. And everything that I did research on and looked at was over time, many of the conspiracy theories become true. You got to remember to not be too dogmatic and to not be too, you could be skeptical. I'm skeptical too. Okay. There's a point where I was too skeptical. Do not try to be not as skeptical and be a little bit open because sometimes I've seen movies and I've seen real life where like everybody says something's not real, but it actually winds up to be real later. So as I said, you got to understand is that you need to not be as skeptical because a lot of the stuff you're saying is completely nonsense. Each to their own. I mean, if they want to be ignorant, they can be ignorant. Oh, okay, Zumi. Yeah. Let's see. Lori says, I took down stupid signs in a park school's track last night and said mask or mandatory outside. Wow, that's real stupid. Zumi, there are a lot of clones, okay? There are clones out there of different people. Okay, thank you, Amy. It's a very stormy, and I have to go this way to preserve it. Okay. Okay. Now I must be back. I'm back. Great. Okay. I don't know what that was about, chat. It's just the weather's real windy right now, so it might be kind of hurting the signal. All right. So Salvo says, "I refuse to answer about race, religion, identity, and ask nowadays." Yeah. All right. So thank you. All right. So anyway, there are people that are going to be disagreeing. And what's he say? No, my brain didn't fall out from being open minded. My brain was able to grow bigger than it ever could be before. And I'd rather believe in something that wasn't true. I don't mind being proven wrong, but I never want to be so stuck up and closed minded that I never believed the truth when it's in my face. Like, I'm on here talking about lizard aliens when there's aliens like on a wall. And I don't care if I'm wrong, but what if it's true? You know, there is a show, Jimmy Neutron. It was like a show I watched growing up, and and they were talking about these zombies that were everyone was turning into zombies, and no one believed them until it was too late. The boy that cried wolf eventually saw a wolf. So I'd rather prove me wrong. There's a lizard alien right there, looking at me. It's invisible. Prove me wrong. I don't care. What if it really is there? If you keep believing it every single time, eventually you'll be right. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Saw says Alien is the most informed, intelligent, and interesting guy in YouTube. You should practice civility. Stop being mean. Exactly. Exactly. Prove me right, and it's proven right. Exactly. You can't be so closed-minded you don't see other opinions. It's like if you're told that there's a snake in that bush, okay, and you're gonna go over there and stand in it, and you get bit, and that way you got proven, but it was too late. But what if there really is a snake there and we could go over this way and not go by the snake? And another thing, a SpongeBob, right? I don't know if you've seen that, but SpongeBob was Squidward was very skeptical about the sea bear, and he did every single thing that made a sea bear angry because he didn't believe in it. And the sea bear came and ripped him up. You're just, I'd rather my head fall out. I'd rather my head get bigger than it be closed like you are. I know, but you have not told me what you want to be proved. You're doing a bunch of straw man arguments. Like, what do you want to be proven? We know we've proven you have a small brain because you're not open minded enough like me. Yeah, all hail Anunnaki. Yeah, right. Yeah. So that is the thing about the, like, for instance, Skinny Bob was this alien video that has never been debunked before. And, with Skinny Bob, right? And that has been certainly proven that there's been no skeptics about it. There is absolute truth that we're not the only people or anything that's out there. We're not alone in this galaxy. Exactly. I definitely agree. When people insult others, it means they have lost. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. I believe that Skinny Bob is definitely real. Indeed. And J Rod is real too. And I do not mind people disagreeing with us. And I do not tolerate people being, not nice to myself or chat. I definitely will snap back if I need to. So yeah, you see, when they lose an argument, they resort to these insults, and they can't dish out what they bring into others. Right. Boss says, as ask GPT or Gemini what it means for celestial eyes to roll back, turning all white. Celestial sundown means exactly under boss. He thinks that's not true. He said not true. Right. Yeah. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Yep. You see how the water is reflecting. The water is reflecting from that tree. That looks like a cool still image right there. Very calm and peaceful. Yeah, we are protecting our ship crew. I said a Timu glitch right there. Said. And I will say that when we talk, these garden lives people really like. And people like to, I mean, I like these garden lives for myself. People like to hear these things. Some people might think it's entertainment. Some people might think they're conspiracy theories. If there is a lizard alien in another dimension right now, I can't do anything about it. But I could tell you all about it, and it was something interesting to tell you. You know, but it's something I do believe is likely there, yes. But we're just here in the garden having a cool conversation about all kinds of things. It's like you do not. It's like cable is not necessarily needed when you have me. Yeah. Right. And David Wilcox died, but the Galactic Federation pulled his soul out of the ship. He pulled the trigger. Now he has a new body avatar. Ah, okay, Zumi. A very interesting theory. They brought him back to him, to themselves. As I said, I'm all for debates. I'm for people having open discussion, and people have a right to disagree with us. I don't like people that are just trolling. If somebody has something to disprove something I say. And before the person was talking about anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and lizard aliens and nothing, and it's like that's nothing to do with anything, with what we're talking about. If it's just, and I debunked it. It's like they're not correlated at all. It's like, and if somebody is against the country over there are Jews that are against the state of Israel. So if someone said something against the state, doesn't mean they're against Jewish people. If someone said something like that, so like everything this person's saying was not even talked about. Right. And exactly, it's true. Exactly. Yes, we can learn from the crazy ones. Absolutely. This looks kind of like a snake, but it isn't. I look forward to his return if he does come back. I think it's very suspicious how these scientists and alien enthusiasts have disappeared. Very concerning to me. I do think that they were, in my opinion, silenced. I think they were. All right, let's do this. I think they knew about anti-gravity technology. They were from and they're coming out with alien tech now, and they wanted to preserve their mainstream narrative about it. They didn't want people to know, like, say there's another interpretation of aliens. They didn't want the mainstream narrative about aliens to be known whenever that comes out. Yes, Amy, it flooded very bad. It's getting lower now, but it was very bad. Late husband was a therapist, and he said if you walk out the door at 8, a scale of 1 being calm and 10 being crazy, then just about everything will trigger you. Very wise. Very wise. Saul says, Izumi, so was shocked when David Wilcock Cox passed, and believe he'll probably come back in a mothership. However, it gets in a mothership, and I think it's some kind of conspiracy that he's going on there. Yeah. Oh, hey, David. You saw a monkey without an owner just running. Well, maybe you see monkeys in like Asia, they'll go and steal stuff. So maybe it's on the loose, looking for something. So watch out. Scared. Because yeah, in the Philippines and those places, there'll be hordes of those things coming around. Thanks, Amy. Thanks. Morning, Goose. Scared. Yeah. The hell, man. We don't have a zoo nearby. Where did he come from? Okay. You know what it could have been from? It could have been interdimensional. And the interdimensional beings, sometimes people will have pets. Sometimes people will have pets, and these pets will get loose and they'll just be all over the place. Have a great Saturday, one love. Humble and wise. Salute to you too. Yeah, Monkey had a collar, but it was just running around without an owner. Did it have a banana too? That's just crazy, man. Monkey magic. I might know what that is, but I don't really know much about monkey magic. I don't know if I've heard of it. I'm leaning towards no. Reminds me of an Adam Sandler in Waterboy telling his mom he got punched by a gorilla. What escaped from a zoo? Yeah, I'm serious. It's like sometimes people, like I remember after the hurricanes hit, right? The black guy from football. What I remember is that after this hurricane hit, there was so many weird animals that got loose from people that had them that were released, and also from zoos. So that was something incredible. That remember back there, right? There was a. I think I saw a panther one time, in my opinion, when I was over there, and I saw this like thing, this black thing getting low and staring at me, and I was scared, and I got away, right? And there was this, as I said, the Mexican raccoon that we've seen here, 20 years ago, was from something like that. So sometimes you could have exotic pets, or something could break out of a zoo. Scared. Well, I didn't bother to record the monkey, just a regular day Cali. Oh, Cali. If you're out there, man, God help you. It's a beautiful place, but there's like people, bro. There's like homeless tents in some places, and there's like corruption. I mean, I'm not surprised he saw something like that. I mean, you know, and Newscomb is messing up everything over there in his little palace. So yeah, just another day in Cali. I don't blame it. I don't blame you. It's an old Japanese series. It was in school and awesome in the early '90s. Yeah, since it's Japanese, I probably heard of it because I'm into Japanese things. I'll look it up. Thank you. Yeah, there you go, Amy. Right. All right. There was a mountain lion in our neighborhood wandering around about a year ago. It's crazy. I'm in Cali too. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is just some of the things y'all see. Is scared. And the OC is one of my favorite series. Okay. Oh, the Powerpuff Girls was a good one. I watched that one. Look at the pumpkin. Whoa. Oh, chat. Look at this chat. Whoa. 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 It could go out. I don't know. But whoa. Pumpkins. Powerpuff Girls. What the f? You watching, Lori? Did your boys watch it? And yeah, you see, Powerpuff Girls. My family watched it. My mom and her sisters liked it. I saw it too at some point coming up, and oh, okay. And a human population has increased exponentially and have much more wildland urban interface, seeing more wildlife in Twin Cities. Yeah, the wildlife is expanding into the cities now, and maybe they're becoming more domesticated. Oh, Lori side eyed it. Right. Side eyed seed. Scared. Like high tracking old chap and his horse, his wagon. Okay. right? And we got these elephant ear plants. See, they're growing really big because of the water that was dumped. It's a little bit warmer now than it was. And you see, chat, like I was about to like walk on this pathway. I'm walking on the submerged pathway, but okay, because sometimes with this cardboard, it like absorbed the water, but it's like underneath. But over there, it's like it's a little bit deep. Yeah. All right. So Lori says we have ducks, geese, and wild turkeys. A lot of the urban zones here because long they drained the wetlands and built them homes, industry zones. Ah, right, right. Zumi says David Wilcox was getting voice to skull voices in his head from the forest behind his home. He also got demonic demon attacks, and well as an alien species called the Reptilian. Aha, exactly. Right. Oh, that's good. There's been great effort to do that. Lori, because they need to do that as much as possible because the whole nature over there is getting ruined with what they're doing. Oh, yeah, it's probably a drought where you are. I'm surprised it rains where you are. But yeah, it's probably more of a drought. Oh, it's been a drought here before. When a drought happens, all this is just like dead. It's like all the greenery is gone. And I said these things get huge under the right weather. Live in the city where major rivers through by before. They put dams and channelized Wilmette River. This whole valley flooded all the all the time. Wow, wow, that is really wild. Okay, Amy, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think it rains a little bit over there. I don't know how much it does, but it does rain over there. Amen, amen. Send rain to Amy. The reptids are not the reptilians, but they arrived on Earth in 2018. Year before they joined the reptilians, these reptids are taking these scientists. Okay, thank you, Sumi. You have a dam that releases into the river. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes, Amy, it's my pleasure. It's an honor and a privilege to tell you about that. All right. I'll tell you about the skinwalkers or in skin crawlers. All right. So the Native Americans, the American Indians, who call American Indians, that's fine. American Indians, they and by the way, this plant you see right here is Native American Indian right here. was grown by them. Okay, most of the plants you see are from them in his garden. So the skinwalker, the skin crawlers, there were these entities that these witches, right, in their culture from the West Coast. There's all kinds of different tribes everywhere, all over the U.S. And the ones in the West, like where the deserts are, with the cactuses and stuff like that, these witches were able to completely recreate themselves into a creepy entity. Like they can make themselves into a bizarre looking deer. They can make themselves into like a creature that looks like a crab with horns. You know, they could pretty much turn themselves into anything. They could be coyotes, wolves, or bears and cause chaos. And they're from the Navajo Indians, and they're able to shapeshift into those type of beings, right? And they are witches that are able to shapeshift. And they could transform, and they're associated with dark magic and intelligence. They often wear pelts of animals. They transform into the animal form, sometimes described as being white in color or having human-like features, particularly in the eyes. And they change shape, have a natural disoriented, slightly larger than normal animal forms, often walking on fours, but capable of bipedalless movements. Yes, Amy, that is very correct. A very good parallel between them and our people, and they are the oldest people civilization. That's true. And their weaknesses are that they could be shot by shooting them in the neck or head, bullets dipped in white ash, or by having skin shaman return their evil magic to them. They're considered very dangerous, taboo in Navajo culture. Many Navajo associated discussing them avoid summoning them. So that is what the skin crawlers, skinwalkers are. Sumi said the reptids is one undetected till recently, and they will be dealt with as Galactic Federation stops them. Okay, thank you. We have so many dams and a Cascadia earthquake and hit, and will most likely have catastrophic flooding. Right. Reptids are the reptilian. Okay. Yeah. There's also something called the Wendigo. You might say, alien, what is the Wendigo? All right, so the Wendigo, Amy, is this big scary creature from the American Indians, and it appears in forests, and it's very skinny, and it has a big deer skull on its head, or like a moose skull on its head, and it's grotesque and it makes crazy sounds, and it's all bloody. You might go, alien, what in the world is this thing you're talking about? It allegedly has to do with their version of the seven deadly sins. And the thing comes during famines and during catastrophes, and it's like a bad omen that brings a punishment from their creator, which is our creator. So the Wendigo is another one from their culture. And remember, Amy, a lot of people on this show that have come here and talked to us have explained their stories. Many of them have seen these type of entities, and they also call aliens sky people. Thank you, Saw Girl. Certainly check it out. She says off topic, Prey with Amber Mid Thunder is really good. It's latest Predator movie. It takes the place at 1700. 1700. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Zumi. Alien, have you ever seen the Supernatural series? I think you might enjoy it. Oh, did I? I think I might enjoy it. I watched it. One, I'll tell you another one that I watched on Discovery Channel was called The Hauntings. It was these people that did with haunted sightings in their houses. Man, that's a movie scare that a TV series. The Hauntings scared me silly. All right, The Hauntings. People that had like ghosts in their houses and stuff, really bad, like exorcisms and paranormal things. You know, those are other ones that I've seen. Used to be on Netflix, but I moved to another platform. Okay, I've seen it before. Scared. Oh, because there's so many times. Okay, you have like somebody that buy a new house, right? And when they would buy a new house, this thing would occur where you'd have like these like demonic ghost entities in there. That was like crazy. And there was also exorcism episodes. Oh, Santa Fe. Oh yeah, and I used to watch it by myself, and like where the internet is, in that same room, and I get scared. Yeah, I remember one time a dude that like deleted himself was talking about he was coming back, and people kept on seeing him. Yeah, I watched it every single time. That was a good show, and that was a good insight about. That was a good insight about like paranormal activities that happen. It looks like we got some treasure. Scared. Some treasure right there. Hello, hello, Kanye, or not Kanye. Yeah, definitely. And Zumi says, when I was four in my room, I had sheets pulled off me at night. No one was there, but I heard whispers. Yeah, you see, those are those ghosts. And I think the ghosts, I believe there are ghosts of people that can appear. I do also think there are interdimensional beings or demons that are faking it too. I think both are true. But yeah, whatever I mean, I've had paranormal activity. I don't know if I told you. I'll tell you again. I've told this a million times, but so one night I was with the cats in the cat room at 3 in the morning. It was a different area than what y'all are seeing here. It's actually that way, and that direction is the room I'm talking about. And that was something that it was like seeing them turning their heaters off around winter. This was a couple years ago, and I was sitting there, just watching Judge Judy, whatever. I told y'all this before. I'm telling the people that didn't hear about this before. I'm telling them again. And I heard some knocking on the top part of the wind the air conditioning unit in the window unit. That doesn't make any sense for it to be that right there. And it was late. I'm the only person in a giant warehouse, so I didn't even know. It's like it had to be something else. It's like some spook or something, or a ghost. And all the cats are looking at it. So yeah, I definitely had my experiences with some paranormal stuff. And one time I was outside at night and I heard a knock. I mean, I heard something was tapping me on my shoulder. I didn't see it what was there. So I've had some experiences. Sometimes things would fly off the table. And what's her name? Like I think that yeah, my mom has also seen. I'm thinking my mom. Yeah, she also seen some things when things fly off the table. Christina says, "What do you think about the Rh negative people with factor pregnant women? The Rh negative fetuses plus mother's body doesn't recognize the fetus. Their body will attack it. You think that's a different species?" Christina, very good question. I'll tell you my opinion about it. All right. So I think that those people with the negative blood, they have some of the reptilian DNA in them, or and some other type of alien species. So that little trait that they have is from some other species of some kind. Yes, it's a hybrid. It's a, it could be from the fallen angels and a Nephilim, and then those genes are passed down over time, or however it worked. Yes, it's some sort of a hybrid trait. Yeah, in my opinion. Yes, exactly, Christina. Yes, that is. I think that's Tweetzel right now. That's screaming in the distance. All right, a massive dude with a top hat, walking stick, looking under your bed. Scared. Oh, I've heard about the story about that before. Hello, Proverbs. And stepdaughter was there something and believes she was gifted like her dad, late husband. So I believe they're big origin blood type. Curious things. You are. It's my pleasure. Yeah, it has to do with um, a hybrid characteristic from those entities. From something like that. You don't know who Tweetzel is? You wouldn't know. Okay, it's been a while since Tweetzel's been in the spotlight. So Tweetzel is this cat. A Tweetzel is a cat. He's a cat we have. Okay, I think I can make it over here without deleting myself. Although it's not really friendly for people to walk through, I'm going to try it anyway. All right. It could go out. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Right. This is like an abandoned area. Scared. Oh goodness. By the way, that's an anvil that you could use to make swords with. It's a blacksmithing device. Okay. Tweetzel. Tweetzel. Where's Tweetzel? It might be Chester. Oh look. See, look. That's Moji. That's emoji. Oh look, there's Tweetzel. It's Tweetzel. Tweetzel. Tweet. Tweet. That's his outside cage where he likes to. You see, the cats have like a rec yard where they could hang out. Oh, thank you. I am from the south of the U.S. Glad to have you on board. Okay, so Tweetzel told us hello. Right. He loves to sing. Oh, that's cool. Iowa's nice up north. Yeah. I eat biscuits and gravy. Oh no, these are big cats. These are older than the other ones that you've seen. Yeah. This is just like another area. I used to walk there all the time. I think I've seen Hatman. Oh, you were temporary. Oh, you're from Louisiana. That's nice. Yeah, that is cool. What a coincidence. Yeah. Yeah, so she's they're in Australia. Yeah, definitely fists. Yeah, and yeah, so it's been a while since you've seen Louisiana, I'm sure. Yeah, and you see right here, you can see more of it. Again, yeah. So, Sluggerl, you're curious about the voodoo stuff people do. There's also I don't do that, of course. I don't believe in that stuff, but I'll tell you what I know about it. And RH negative thing is yeah, definitely RH negative thing is real. Yeah. So the thing about the voodoo saw girl is that they'll sometimes they project a consciousness into a doll and they'll do like bad things to it to hurt people. But yeah, with over time they release different spirits and stuff around. That is something they have done before. So yeah, that may explain why there's lots of different ghosts and things around the region. There's also a lot of history of stuff happening in the state in general. Yeah. Yeah, tired or high. Yeah, I don't know who had red eyes exactly, but that could be the meaning of red eyes. That's a possibility, definitely. Yeah, so it just recently rained, and it looks like the it kind of turns into a swamp after it rains, but it's drying up slowly. Fists. I am I am not schizophrenic. I am just drugs naturally. A natural high. All right, Zumi says, I think night I woke up floating above my bed. Alien trying to take me and I got dropped back to bed. Oh, that's good you were able to get out of it. I believe there's some truth to those things that you people will see. I think that at night I woke up floating above. Oh yeah, I read that. So yeah, saw a girl. They did a lot of magic, and you see 100 years ago. I don't know what exactly happened here. There were people here 100 years ago, so I don't know. 200 years ago, there were people here. Like when I've unfortunately had to put cats to rest in this field. Oh, hello, Star. Sometimes I've come across bricks that are very deep, and they're from the 1800s. So there were big structures that were here, and they were torn down at some point. So it has a lot of history here. But yes, Sawgirl, it's a spooky kind of place in general, and the voodoo was done by different people that were here, not the specific spot, but uh, in general. And it's not really a positive thing, and it could have released dark things throughout the different regions. Yeah, it's good getting some health fists. And Star, great to see you. Yeah. I think when something has a big history to it, like for instance, we talk about these interdimensional beings and things like that, and I think that they were channeled through the different types of voodoo that were done. And another thing, Sawgirl, I want to tell you about is there was another incident that happened where there's something called the casket girls that were brought here, and the casket girls were had these big suitcases that look like little coffins, and they believe that they're bringing vampires here from Europe. So there's all kinds of rumors about different things being brought here over time. So I wonder what things lurk and what doesn't lurk. And as I said, it's a lot of history and a lot of dark history in the region. Yeah. Okay, Fist. Understood. And that's a very challenging thing to go through. So I'm glad you're getting help with it. That's the sun. That's the sun. Okay. Sun's gonna shine on the plants now. Oh, really, Zoomy? I didn't know that. Really wonder if actual demons were asking me telepathic. Oh, okay, Saw Girl. Yeah. Yeah, Zoom Fists always take medicines and whatever they have you take for what you have. I do think though that there can be a spiritual side to it too. Also, yes. But of course, with the proper medicine or treatment that you have, uh, that'll help you with whatever you're going through. My pleasure, Fists. And like there's another dimension, another realm that some people have more access to than other people. And I believe that we live in a fallen world where people are going to have different struggles, as I believe life is a test. And I believe there's a correlation between physical, like, there's a mental things that are just happening in your head and something else from another place that's influencing it. I believe that there's possibilities of both being true, but the main thing is the mind. Like we have power over not outside events, but power over our mind. Also, hey Frosty, you never seen it in daylight, okay? Okay, I'll show you. The good. Oh, I appreciate this. Also, this, you're in my thoughts and prayers. Also, there's someone I knew that had a parent that had problems with some things like that, so I understand. It's rough. And Lori said, also I've studied a lot about it. Like there is simulations about it, and yeah, it's something that I wouldn't. It's like to me, it seems like people that go through a nightmare. It's a good kineologist that can help balance energies. I found Chinese architecture help beyond words. Yes, it's unfortunate, but medication sometimes only alternative. Unfortunately, the medication can sometimes block those visions and dreams to stop. But I'm not a doctor. Thank you, Amy. Now, with someone with the schizophrenia, they usually, in my opinion, the The medications can help them out a lot from what I've researched, but sometimes the medications don't help with things. That's true. And sometimes they're a hindrance. But other times, somebody has the certain things, the medications can help in some situations. Right. Oh, okay. Understood, chat. Understood, chat. These trees are they're flowers. I agree, Amy. I agree. Okay, this tree was brought to the United States by Benjamin Franklin, and the as an ornamental tree. So it was originally from China. Right. And they turn different colors in the fall. Oh, look at this, chat right there. There's a little berry or something right there. Right there, there's a little berry or something of that nature. Interesting. Oh, that's good. As I do believe there are interdimensional beings that exist, and they're able to have influence through the spiritual realm, and they could have put predispositions in the human genome to be able to be exploited like a hack. Yeah. Okay, and we got some nice okra growing. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Thist. Very interesting. Glad that it helped you. Okay, and this I can turn another angle. And I'll add this to the group. There's no such thing as chemically unbalanced brain because it was true. A balanced brain because it was true. There would be Daesh body always balanced nature. Okay, and years ago, the kinesiologist healed me, send dark energy that belonged to an uncle who abused. Okay, and well, I'm glad that you were healed. I'm glad that you understood about the healing. A sauce says depression. Okay, yeah, exactly. Depression, I know it helps. Okay, yeah. Oh, thank God, Lori. That's good. Blue skies, chat. Blue skies. Interesting, Amy. It is our pleasure, This. It's an honor to enlighten you in any way we can. We like to talk about these different theories and have our own thoughts about things. So glad that you're very kind to us and you didn't troll us. Like a lot of people like to troll us and act stupid, but you didn't. Very very sweet. So we we enjoy our conversations with you. Razumi says, yes, trauma triggers depression and anxiety too, but if you hold on to those things, you never be free from your own trap mind. Once forgives, let go, then you'll be free. Thank you, Zumi, for your take on this. Like the Southern Oracle, warriors find out who the warriors find out they are really cowards. Kind of people find out they are really cruel. Very well said. The Oracle can see straight into our hearts. Yes. Yes. There is no gem created without friction. And you gotta remember this: that whatever was woven in your destiny was what you needed for some reason. That the dots somehow connect in the future, and each an obstacle could be something to be a strength, and that you being alive is a gift in a way. And your living itself is a courageous act. So, This, I think you're a very courageous person for coming here and talking to us about this. I like the way it just the the sun hits the different parts of the forest. Almost looks like an Adrian von Ziegler photo of like one of his soundtracks. Yeah. Well, you got the tweeting birds. Scared. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people think too much and feel too little. They're into their own selves, but we have to, see each other all as humans and Earth, alien. We all must see each other as humans and just see each other as people. And I think that, creating something wonderful is more important than anything else that could be benefited from it. So as long as the product is good and the people like it, that's the most important thing to me. You know, there's like a mountain, but there's many ways to get to it. Yeah, the clouds are going like magic. It's a magical place here. Remember this, you look good in the broken mirror too. So, as I said, I definitely appreciate you. Oh, you like the palm tree? Yeah, it's really cool. I always would go hang out by it. It's like the most pirate thing in my yard. Yes, I agree, Amy. Yeah. You know, and all the hardships. Yeah, Judge Judy, very wise. Very wise quote. And you know, there is this thing where like all the hardships that will come, more ease will come over time. So I think everything happens for a reason, and it is really nice to see and learn from each other. We all have to walk a mile in each other's shoes to really understand what the other people go through. A lot of people don't do that. And this, you're one of the nicest people to come through here because a lot of people are just trolling and stuff. So you're better than most people you know that we on Earth and we encounter in general. So definitely appreciate what you uh, the kindness you brought here. It's free. Kindness is free. Yes. You be thankful for the blessings you do possess because you'll crave them if they weren't yours. Sometimes people will go run in rain, but either way you'll get wet. So it's I rather just walk in it. Oh God. Here's the Pirate Cove. Yes, I stream trials. That's true. Right there's a body of water. It's very interesting. It's a this is where crawfish are crayfish. Absolutely, Amy. Amen, Zumi. Very well said. The crawfish, have a little crawfish, crayfish, or crawdads. They just walk around here for no reason. Okay, chat. There you go. There's a palm tree view. It's unforgettable. It's like you're on a tropical island somewhere. Train will take you far, far away. You don't know where this train will take you, but it doesn't really matter in the end because it's a nice sight. Oh, yeah, bro. All right. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm saying like it's like a thistle plant, but it's this. Oh wow, Grace. Wow. Well, glad I could have y'all enjoy this. Look at that, chat. Wow, that's a nice sight. Sad and expensive. Thanks to Ben Franklin, we have this nice tree in the land of the free. Oh yeah, it's I come up with all kinds of nicknames for people. I'll see a name and I'll see another name. So I'm very eccentric with the names. Oh, thank you, Grace. Yeah, Grace. I hope that the things get better over time. I used to look through here a lot and be optimistic about the future, and here I am in the future with all you. I have never heard of that, Amy. Well, it's good you're planting more. It's good. Look, the path is dried up. Look at that. Nice and heavenly looking. Okay. Okay, I didn't freeze. Okay, good. Okay, you know the Bible where it says the beginning, let there be grass and land and on. I realize earth, just water on it. Ah, right, right. Good point. And then the other things start formulating. There are a lot of nice birds. A lot of nice birds. And also found out grass, trees, animals are brought to Earth. Yeah, exactly. In some sort of DNA sequence. Yeah. Growing up nearby beautiful Australian beaches, A lot of surfers or swimmers would sometimes have early morning two time in the ocean, hence aquabog. Oh, that is that is something I didn't expect. I'm not offended, but it's something think scared. Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. I didn't know that was a thing. They don't go the fine needle. For a rich man to go to heaven is like going through the eye of a needle. So, yeah, using a needle, going down the rabbit hole, the Holy Spirit guides you. You'll truly see what the Lord said in the scriptures, right? He opens our minds to see the truth. Middle of the Amazon jungle, deep within it. Okay, we got more blue skies. Okay, Azumi. I'm sure it has origins from all kinds of places. Yep. That's another tree, another angle. That tree's kind of paranormal, in my opinion. Okay, some more clouds. It's so. What makes the tree paranormal? Okay, so this specific part right here, right? This specific region Sometimes I've heard disembodied voices right here after like recording something, and there's allegedly some growling noises that happened in this area one time. I saw a conspiracy theory, and so what occurred was over there, this way. I heard one night some sort of a trumpet, like some sort of a horn blast, like right around there. It sounded kind of, strange. So so this specific part, there could be something paranormal about it, especially this region too. And there's also owls in there as well. Yeah, trees can talk. That's true. Redbird, the cardinal. Yeah, very creepy indeed. Scared. Okay. Hilarious, David. I've been listening, starting my walk, and some A's hat left food trash and soda cans at the park, so I've been cleaning it up for five plus $5 deposit. 5.50, $5.50 deposit. Oh, scared. I love owls. Owls are awesome. Their hooting is very calming. Yeah, I agree. That's something great to do. Here we go. That's crazy. Lori, wow. Oh, that is so cool. Lori, wow. Oh, they were huge babies. Oh, that certainly is adorable. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was very tedious to see what they were. Yeah, they do. And they look like grays. Okay, so a lot of the flooded garden is not flooded anymore. Yeah, it is, Amy. Absolutely. Oh, it's getting warmer now. It was 50 degrees now, Fahrenheit. Okay, I'll tell you all the temperatures because some people may not understand what I'm saying. So, let's see. It's allegedly, let's see, it's like 61 degrees, but it feels like in the and yeah, 61. But what is it in Fahrenheit? I mean, and the other measurement, Celsius. Okay, it's 16 Celsius where I am. Yeah, muggy humidity. Yes. Broccoli. It's very humid. Alien chat friends leaving to get ready for the beach. See you all later in the garden. Thank you, Alien. Love all of you. Love you too, Saw Girl. Have a great day at the beach. Take care. Oh, good to know, Lori. Absolutely. Oh, that is good. That is good. Glad that you like that one. Favorite meal? Well, good question. There's some kind of a seafood soup I like called gumbo. It's very good. That's what I like. It's a seafood soup. I'd say that's top of my list. Or he said they do ecological work and preserve oaks in the savanna native plants. Oh, you see, I'm glad people are helping the plants and stuff. That's awesome. That is awesome because they need all the help that they need. It is the South in general. Not Alabama, Texas, Louisiana, probably more, but Alabama too. Yeah, it is the South in general. Oh, hot sauce mac and cheese is very good. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, it looks like remember the rituals like Davy Jones saw a girl. Remember the uh, Calypso, the ritual she did with the crabs pieces. It looks just like something from that. It looks just exact same thing. Yeah. Yeah, scared. Zoomy scared. I don't blame you. Thank you, Lori. I eat meat and fish, Amy. I like Thanksgiving dinners in the United States. It's turkey and mashed potatoes. It's very good. I also like chicken. You know, oh, it's good. One day I need to try an Australian steak. Oh, I look forward to going there one day, my friend. Thank you. You are welcomed here in the U.S. Oh, facts, Zumi. Oh, oh, very cool. Very, very delish. Now you can resume your walk. Yeah, yeah. I like ham too. That's good as well. And the Australian steak is, from what you tell me, I looked up, I did research on it. That seems like it's like AI, like perfect AI. If like the perfect AI machine could make a steak, that's like the kind of steak y'all have. Yeah, and y'all have prawns instead of shrimp. You see, imagine like an Australian gumbo would be like gumbo and steroids, the stuff y'all have over there. Y'all would have the prawns in it, much bigger than the shrimp that would be in it over here. Yeah. It seems like it changes every single time I walk through here. It changes a little bit. Lori said, "I worked so hard to keep our park and pond cleaned. It's so rewarding when I see more birds and critters enjoying cleaner habitat." Well, that is great because people litter and being stupid is not good. It's good that you're helping the animals enjoy better habitat because they need to have as many as possible in nature. Oh, it is so. Oh, okay, I get it. It's so rewarding. Oh yeah, littering is wrong. Keep streets clean. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Lori. Yeah, Zumi. They people could do that if they want to, but they certainly would be lacking of vitamin B12. So they certainly would need to take vitamin B12 supplements. Oh, you heard thunder. Okay. So yeah, it's just they're lacking in some nutrients and vitamins and stuff. So if someone is vegetarian, they would need to take vitamin B12 supplements and some other types of supplements too. For the protein, etc. Now, beans is a good source of protein if people want to go that way. You know, like lima beans, stuff like that. That's how people can, negate those things. And soy milk and fake products are hard on our bodies to break down. Oh, I agree about soy milk, and I agree about stuff like that in excessive amounts. But the soy consumption and the soy milk that the people drink is not, good. I agree. Yeah. Oh, you have to postpone your walk. Scared. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've grown lima beans before. I grew lima beans right here, right there. But the pace of power magnet for energy charging. Okay. All right. So I have to go salt and pepper. I have to go charge some of the devices. Oh, Zoomy, I'll check your videos out. And so I'm gonna be ending the stream, but we'll be resuming. I'll do the garden live again tonight, and I'll be going live in the evening. So, okay, Lori. So, Lori, yeah, you be careful now, and all right, everybody, have a good day. Everyone stay safe, hug a tree, and peace. Chat.